Hello everyone. So today we have something special that we are unboxing, and that is the Lilli Lalka by Julian Kalinowski. Lilli Lalka is supposed to be a clone of Bild Lilli, and if you know your Barbie history, you would know that Bild Lilli was the predecessor to Barbie. The very first Barbie was heavily inspired by Bild Lilli, which was a German doll that was created in the 1950s. So this doll that I have here was created by Julian Kalinowski, and Julian is an independent doll artist who has created various dolls that take on different characters. Some other notable characters that Julian has created in doll form are Severine, Sevenil, and Sylvain. Now, I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce them, but it sounds fancy and interesting, so that's how I'm going to pronounce them. The doll that we're opening today is called Lilli Lalka, and as I mentioned before, is supposed to be a clone of Bild Lilli. Now, if you're not familiar with the term clone, it's a term normally used in the vintage Barbie collecting community that refers to dolls that were made in the 60s when Barbie was being produced, and they are referred to as Barbie clones because they were imitations of Barbie. However, the word clone isn't supposed to be a negative way to describe a doll. A lot of vintage Barbie clones are actually very sought after by vintage doll collectors. And if you're interested in vintage Barbie, I would definitely check out Vintage Barbie clones. They have very interesting looks and are an acquired taste for some people, but I have noticed that a lot of independent doll artists, mostly ones who produce clones of Barbie fashion doll 11.5-inch scale, oftentimes take a lot of inspiration from these clones, and Julian Kalinowski is definitely one of those artists, although I will say this Bild Lilli clone that he's created is a very close imitation of the Bild Lilli, but as we open it, you'll see that it's a pretty faithful recreation of the original. So the retail cost for Lilli Lalka was $350. Now I know some of you are saying, wait, $350 for a doll? Yes, $350 for a doll. Now, it's the most I've ever spent on a doll, but it is not the most I've spent on an art piece. This doll is a very special art piece, and I treat it like any other art piece that I have. And I'm at that point in my life where I want to start curating very special art pieces from independent artists. Okay, I think I've talked enough, so let's go ahead and open this up. So this was the original tube that the doll came in, and something special that Julian did was recreate this label here. It reads in German. I'm bad at German, but we're gonna give it a go. It reads Ein Erzeugnis der 3M Puppenfabrik Noma. Anyway, for those who don't speak German, that means a product of the 3M doll factory number. And the 3M doll factory, or 3M Puppenfabrik, was the original company who created the packaging for Bild Lilli. So I think it's really special that Julian recreated that. Wow, she's very gorgeous, and she is made of hard plastic, just like the original Bild Lilli. And she has holes at the bottom of the feet to fit into her stand. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at her stand. So here is her stand. It's another faithful recreation of the original. Pop down just like that. So before we get into her outfit, I do want to go over this little booklet that came with her. Here is the first page. We have the tennis outfit, the lavender dress, the ski set, tempting homeware. Number 5 is fur trimmed velour suit. Number 6, alluring dress. And 7, the beach set, which is the one I have. I think my favorites are the beach set, the tennis outfit, and the lavender dress. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at Lilli Lalka and her beach set. So here we have Lilli wearing her bonnet, her knit sweater, and her matching knickers. This striped fabric feels like it's made of 100% cotton, which I really appreciate. In the 1950s, this would have been originally made of cotton as well, and the knit fabric also feels like it's made out of 100% cotton. Doesn't look like there is any polyester in it. Her sweater has a really cool flyaway collar design and a very sturdy metal zipper that is functional. And I may have mentioned this before, but this is a reproduction outfit. I will leave a picture of the original Bild Lilli outfit. So here is a closer look at the face. Her face was hand painted by Julian, and you can see that her earrings are molded on, and her shoes are also molded on, which was how the original Bild Lilli was. Now, something interesting about the original Bild Lilli was that the scalp was a cutout piece that was attached to her head. I'm not sure if that's how this one was constructed, but it kind of looks like it. This little shoestring piece is very notable as Bild Lilli, and her hard plastic is hollow. Here's a closer look at her hand-painted nails. Now, something that I'm noticing is that the plastic is sprayed this sort of like pinkish skin tone, and it's most likely because the original plastic color was this sort of like light cream color. And because I believe she was spray painted this color, I definitely want to be careful not to scratch the spray paint, which is okay with me because I think that she is meant to be a display doll and not necessarily continuously dressed and undressed. Okay, so that is Lilli Lalka by Julian Kalinowski. If you're interested in purchasing one of these dolls, he is releasing them. You can follow his Instagram below, although he does not post when he is selling them. I purchased this from eBay. I will link his eBay store below. He has been releasing them little by little, so if you really want one, keep checking his eBay store. When I purchased this one, it was the last one in his store, but since then I've seen that he has put a couple more up. So if you're interested, keep checking his eBay on the daily. And before you go, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.